Okay, guys, I'm going to show you a rounding sum. So I hope you can see that. So let's take any number. Let's take the number 23. Like you heard, some people would say round up or round down. Others say it's a strong number. Others say it's a weak number. Either way, it doesn't bother as long as you identify. So when the question says rounding to the nearest 10, then 10 is what you are looking at. So identify your 10. This is obviously a unit. This is obviously a 10. So which one is my 10? I always underline my 10 as well because that is what we are working with. Then you look at your unit. Is it a strong or weak number? Are we rounding up? Are we rounding down? In this case, we are rounding down because it is a weak number, which means that the 10 does not change in this case. Anytime you round down, the 10 does not change, so it becomes a 0. If I would take the number 26, for example, exactly the same situation, okay? But the 6 is a strong number. The 6 is bigger than 5, so we are rounding up at the end of the day. And then that 6 will obviously change that to a 0 because you are estimating, remember? And then that 6, because it's higher, it pushes the 2 to become a 3. So I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do maybe something in the 30s just so that you can visualize it. 10 unit, underline my 10, and 37, 10 unit, underline my 10. Same situation. Remember, the 5 is your factor. Whether it's bigger than 5, you round up. When it's smaller than 5, you round down. If you're going to watch this video over again, you will see that it's actually not that difficult. Okay, so 32. Oh, the 2 is smaller than 5, so it is a weak number. So the answer becomes a 30. Okay, we must just put the answer there. I'm making the squiggle lines. Tell you now again what the squiggle lines are. Then 37, 7 is a nice big strong number. It's going to round up, meaning we're pushing to the next 10 because this number 37 is technically in the 30s. All the numbers 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, all those numbers are in the 30s. So because it's a strong number, it's pushing it to the 40s. Okay, the reason why we use the squiggle equals because this is not the real answer. This answer is not 23. 23 is the real answer because we are estimating. It's a little like a flowy equal sign because it's not the real answer. So there we have that. I'm going to do another one in the 40s. Same thing. 41, 10 unit, underline my 10. And 48, 10 unit, underline my 10. So again, in both cases, check for the answer. We're in the 40s. The 1 is weak. It's less than 5, so we're rounding down. Then we get our answer of 40 only when we're estimating. So that means we're in the shops and something costs 41 Rand. You can just say, oh, okay, I need about 40 bucks. Obviously, you won't have enough, but that's an estimation. Something else might be rounded up, and then you work out your total. 48, it's like a strong number. It's bigger than 5, so it's going to round up and push this answer to the next 10, which equals estimated to 50. Now, the thing I want to show you last on the video, and like I said, I can send many more videos if you are stuck, is that if you have the number 125, we are still rounding to 10. That means we underline our 10. If we have the number 1034, we're still rounding to 10. We underline the 10. If I have the number 200,000, 3,300, what am I trying to say here? Let's say 20,305. 200 might be a bit too big. Okay, We're rounding to 10. Where's my 10? There is my 10. It doesn't matter how many numbers is before, whether we have 100, tens, and units, and thousands, hundreds, tens, and units, unit, tens, hundred, thousands, and 10,000s. It doesn't matter which number is in front of you. You mustn't look at this number and be like, oh my goodness, it's too big. No, read the question. If it says rounding to 10, you go to the number, identify the 10, which is this one, underline the 10, and then, ta-da, you still do the same thing. You always look to the number on the right. Always to the number on the right. Always to the number on the right. The next video will be rounding to 100. Same thing applies. I will show you. You're going to just find the hundreds, and look to the number on the right. So let me just do this one. So that 100 means nothing to me. I'm not even going to look at it. I'm going to look at the 2. That's my 10. So the 5 is pushing it up. That means it will become a 30. That 1 stays the same. That 1 doesn't have to change because the 1 has nothing to do with the rounding of 10. Again, here is my 10. The 1 and the 0 stays the same. The thousands and the hundreds do not change because it has nothing to do with rounding to a 10. Okay, my 10, that is a weak number. It will round down, so it will stay 30. So do you see? Your 1,000 stays the same. Your 0 stays the same. Your 30 has changed. That's the only thing. Yeah. Ooh, this is a fun one. 10,000, hundreds. That 203, that 20,300 has nothing to do with the tens. We only focus at the tens. Cool. This one is fun because it's a 0, right? That 5 means it's a strong number. It's bigger than 5. We're rounding up. That means what is the next 10 after 0? It's a 10. So there's my final answer, 20,310. So awesome. So there you can see this is all rounding to a 10.